I met my wife in 2008. I was from Italy, she was from Saskatchewan, and yeah, she felt in love, and so when I came here, the first thing I did is building a wood oven in my garage because I wanted to share with my friends and family.
When we were looking for a place to open our business, we saw this little rundown shack Quonset on Main Street, and they said, if you fix it, you can have it.
People coming in and sitting on the table. One day we were 110, all seated and fed in 1 hour and a half.
You just gave away a secret. But as it's an art form, we can get creative and change up recipes and try new things.
Sir, the pizza is ready.
Oh, I would probably have a pizza 2 or 3 times a week.
Sir, the pizza is ready. I'm Marco de Michele, and she is my wife Tracey Johnson, and we are co-owner and founder of the business Solo Italia Fine Pasta Inc. in Ogema, Saskatchewan.
So Solo Italia is a food manufacturing facility. We try to keep our recipes true to traditional Italian food, mostly pastas and wood oven Neapolitan pizza.
I remember when I came here, the first thing I did is building a wood oven in my garage because I wanted to share with my friends and family. So I built this oven with 12,000 pounds of weight. And then people coming in and sitting on the table. One day we were 110, from the garage to the road, all seated and fed in 1 hour and a half. My favorite pizza is one that we invented, and it's called pesto, and it has pesto sauce from Italy, onion, eggplant roasted by us, feta from Greece, walnut and honey, because the Italians work on contrast, not overpowering too much, but try to bring out things with contrast. For example, the pesto has the crunchiness of the walnut, but the softness of the dough, has the saltiness of the feta, but the sweetness of the honey, and just people fell in love once they try.
Can't get enough of this stuff.
I met my wife in 2008 in Costa Rica on vacation. I was from Italy, she was from Saskatchewan, and she didn't know any Italian word, and I didn't know any English word. The only common language was Spanish.
Però devi non dire io l'ho fatto tutto da solo, devi dire la base.
And yeah, she felt in love, and so we got married in Italy. We started around 10 years ago. We were in the basement making pasta by hand for restaurants. We couldn't keep up. So then we decided to find a place, and Ogema sold us this place.
Ogema is located south of Regina on Highway 13, halfway between Weyburn and Assiniboia. We are a town that is very proud of our heritage. We've actually won municipal, provincial, national, and international heritage conservation awards.
When we were looking for a place to open our business, we saw this little rundown shack Quonset on Main Street in Ogema. We went to ask the town about it, and they said, if you fix it, you can have it.
And then we renovated, and we started to make just pasta. In fact, our conception is called Solo Italia Fine Pasta Inc. because there were no pasta factory in all the province.
We have approximately 383 people in Ogema now. Actually, Solo Italia fits very well into our community. It's a young couple that moved here. Their son goes to school here.
I think there are benefits to operating in a small community, a lower cost of running the business, but also a nicer community atmosphere. And so you have a loyal customer base right away, people that want to see you succeed, and that's really encouraging.
So Italia is more than a family, I would say. Raising a family in Saskatchewan is a lot easier than Europe, and raising a family in a small community like Ogema is so beautiful.
Tracey and Marco are very good as business owners, as they are very accommodating. So they're part of our community. Marco has fit very well into the community as well. He is one of the volunteer firefighters.
The community has been great. They've accepted Marco, even though he's in Italian.
Well, hey now.
I come from Italy directly in the area of Torino, and yes, I born there, but my family, my mother, my father, and my uncle, aunts, and grandfather and grandmother are all from Napoli, which is Naples, which is the city where spaghetti come and which pizza, the Neapolitan pizza comes. And so yes, I have in my blood that culture than Napoli. Living in Saskatchewan is an amazing experience for me. Obviously, it was not very easy because you come from Europe, from Italy, to a country, culture where many things are different, but allows me to understand and appreciate what I left back home, but also learning more experience, the politeness of people, the friendship of the people, the simplicity and the genuinity of the people in this part of the world, which I really like and really love. And food is so important because it's a common thing we have. We both eat, and we are humans. We have the potential to love each other and respect each other. And so food is the common denominator to just bring us closer. We specialize in several kinds of food. We have around 50 items, but especially in pizza and pasta. These are our main items, but also we make a very good bread, which is the same dough of the pizza.
You just gave away a secret.
We have a blast freezer in the back, which is a special freezer to shock the food in a few minutes at 32 degrees Celsius below, and then doesn't crystallize all the liquid inside and keep longer. And we come here and we put 100 pounds every time, every rack, in the blast freezer or flash freezer. You see, this is where usually the rack goes and will freeze instantly in 20 minutes. So it's frozen, but it's also fresh.
About halfway there.
Not yet. 15 degrees.
For pasta, we have 5 or 6 different varieties of our fresh pasta, both long and short pasta. And then we have 6 varieties of ravioli, or filled pasta. But as it's an art form, we can get creative and we can change up recipes and try new things.
Today we are making ravioli, which is a kind of Italian pierogi. And ravioli you can make with anything, with beef and vegetables, pistachio, spinach, fish, salmon. Today we are making with the beef and vegetable and parmesan from Italy. It takes a full day to make around 300 pounds of ravioli.
The pasta is made here exactly as it's made in Italy. So with semolina flour, everything is done basically by hand with the help of some machines. So it's a very artisan process.
This machine is a pasta machine and can do everything, from spaghetti, rigatoni, macaroni, fusilli, and so many other things. Depends. If you see here at the end, there is a plate which is in brass, and from this brass plate comes out, different shapes of pasta. This shape here is lasagna sheets, and here we put a roll, a Teflon roll, like this, and the lasagna sheets come from this machine and will roll we roll up to have 16 pounds of lasagna sheets dough. And we put aside, and then will be the preparation or the prep for the ravioli. In the meantime, another person makes the filling. What is the filling? The filling is that the good stuff is inside of the belly of the ravioli. If it's cheese, melts and all beautiful. If it's beef and vegetable, you see piece of carrots and onion and beef meat coming out when you cut the ravioli. So a person chop the meat, in this case beef, and we have also the vegetables, onions, celery and carrots, and preparing and put all in beautiful pan, ready and go into the oven. And then we pass through everything from the grinder machine. Become all like ground, very fine. And then is the time when we put in a big tank ready to be utilized to making ravioli in the last stage of the production, which is the ravioli machine. This is the ravioli machine. It's a very cool machine. So there are two arms which keep one roll of lasagna sheets. What happened here? In the middle will be the tank full of filling. You see this one will push down all the filling and the two lasagna sheets going in, right? And in the middle the filling. So we'll compress, there is a stump in the middle here which will cut the two lasagna sheets with the filling in the middle, and the ravioli will come out here on the pan. But there is one ingredient we forgot to write down on the label, and that is love. And that is the way we make ravioli, with passion and love.
The pasta sauce is his mother's recipe, or is it your grandmother's?
The ragu, I think, is my mother.
Oh, okay.
And ragu is tomato plus ground meat together.
And red wine.
Yes, red wine from Italy, and that is my mother's recipe. We have different kinds of pizza. If I remember correctly, around 15. Some are without tomato, for example. Someone is allergic or intolerant to tomato. Then we have just white pizzas. Some are vegetarian, right? They don't like meat. So then we have several just with vegetables. Some have nuts, and some have fruits, like blue cheese, pear and walnut, for example. And some have a very niche things like truffle oil, which costs thousands of euros for a kilo. And we put the oil on top, and we spend a lot of money for just a bottle of oil. And so very, very interesting things and very different from each other. So Italia opened in 2013, August. That was our grand opening. And we opened with the goal to make just pasta. In fact, it's called solo Italia Fine Pasta Inc. and not Pizza Inc. And the reason is because we said, okay, there are no pasta manufacturers in Saskatchewan. We are going to be great, to have a lot of success and selling stuff to the restaurants and also locally. But then the machine broke after a few months, and we were waiting the part from Italy from a long time. What do we do now? So my father-in-law said, you are good to make pizza, why you don't make pizza? Yeah, but I don't have a wood oven, how can I do that? So I built the wood oven, and the size of the oven are the same size of Neopolitan-style oven. So it's not like perfectly circle, but it's elliptical, and it has different size of the door, the height, which will transfer to the pizza more heat, and then will allow the pizza to grow faster and be more fluffy. An important aspect for the Neapolitan pizza, that is a thin crust and not too many toppings. That is very important because, especially in America, people are used to with a heavy loaded pizza. And sometimes happen that maybe they are disappointed. Disappointed because there is no quantity. But if there is less, what happens? That the dough comes out the flavor of the dough, the fluffiness of the dough. You can digest better. You can distinguish also better one toppings from another one, and then become like an orchestra of music, of flavors.
I would say this pizza's comparably to like a frozen pizza from the grocery store. You have twice the amount of flavor and half the quantity, so you get to have more because you get the thin crust pizzas, and I know for myself I get filled up pretty quick with all the thick crusts, but with thin Italian pizza you just, you know, have to or whatever. So.
When we first started working here, me and my husband worked together all the time, and it was, you were here maybe 80 hours a week and I was 50. So gradually, as the business grew, we hired more staff and we were able to take care more of the administration aspect of it.
Yes, in fact, we were coming here, working hard, coming back at home and doing the paperwork. So this means recipe, labels, try to resolve problems, things were breaking down. And so I was always fixing and very little sleep and a lot of hard work the first 3 years. Our staff are amazing. They are very loyal, they remain for a long time. Some are with us 8 years, 7 years, and some are 5 years. But they established here, they bought their house, you know, they live in Ogema, they love this job, and we love them, and we are very grateful for what they do.
People are actually coming here as a destination just to come to eat at Solo Italia. Even though it isn't a restaurant, it's a factory, they still have places for you to eat out front, and people come here, and I know there's lots of people that go on the train that make sure that they're coming on Saturday so that they can eat at Solo Italia.
Thank you very much.
There's a skill to it. The service here is great because these people who work here, they're such hard workers, and yeah,
That is really good.
quick too. It's amazing to come in here and be eating a fresh hot pizza, and yeah, again, what does it take? 5 minutes, not even to cook a pizza, so it's a quick stop for a lot of people.
Solo Italia is giving me an amazing opportunity. Since I miss a lot staying together, you know, back home, I'm trying to bring this from my house, from my home, Italy, and bring here and share with others. And Solo Italia is giving me this wonderful opportunity.
My favorite pizza would be the tiralisi. Spicy with the blue cheese. It's the best.
I think my favorite pizza is probably the pear and walnut, the one they had. I could eat a whole one of those myself.
I think my favorite pizza might be sausage and rapini. It's an acquired taste, but it's authentic from Naples. And once you acquire that taste, I can't pick another one. I like that one the most.
The cuisine in Italy is very rich. There is not just quantity, but also the quality is very high.
With Solo Italia, we want to get it as close to the original Italian. So if you went to Italy tomorrow, it would taste very similar to what we offer here.
For example, the mozzarella, we do not use the rubber mozzarella you can buy at the store. We buy the fior di latte. But because Canadians put very little salt, the flavor of the mozzarella is not good. So what we do, we lose some time and we add salt into the mozzarella.
There you go, giving away more trade secrets. I'm gonna have to get out your non-confidentiality contract. Just kidding.
I would recommend Solo Italia to anyone who's never had it, obviously. Anytime I run into someone and we talk about frozen pizzas, it's always that. And sure enough, anytime they get back to me, they're like blown away. It's just, you can't beat it. You really can't.
I think customers aren't stupid. They know the difference between a good quality product and a poor quality one. And many have gone to Italy and they've come here and they say it's exactly the same. All of that starts with the ingredients and procedures and techniques. It's an art form, so it's something passed on from generation to generation, and you can't fake it.
The ingredients we use on our pizzas, in our products, are the best quality possible. In fact, many of them we buy directly from supplier, which they buy from Italy directly. In Italy, we have 2,000 kinds of different cheese, and do not speak about wines and different kind of pasta and so on. In fact, I'm 39 years old, and now I realize that I didn't tasted many items that are back home. So just to mention how many things there are to try.
I think our best sellers are the classic, the margherita, or siciliana with ham and bacon and pistachio, or maybe even the calabrese that's just a little bit spicy.
We didn't realize how popular it was going to be. I don't know if they knew how popular it was going to be.
So I've always been a passionate customer of Solo Italia, and now I'm quite regular. It doesn't take long to have a hankering for one of his pizzas. So.
I know that Solo Italia has put Ogema on the map, because if you talk to people in Regina or even as far away as Saskatchewan, you talk about Ogema and they go, oh, that's where Solo Italia is, or that's where the train is, but usually it's Solo Italia.
Our goal in Solo Italia is to bring a little taste of Italy to southern Saskatchewan, and I feel like we're succeeding.
I think that Solo Italia will really help Ogema grow, because people can see that moving to small town Saskatchewan, they can make a business here. It's a good place to live. It's a clean place to live.
Solo Italia is giving me this wonderful opportunity to share the food with others. In Italy, it's all about food, very amazing culture. And then, while you are eating, it's always seated on the table. So when you are around a table, it's very interesting that it's not just food, but it's sharing. It's sharing the food, it's sharing how you feel, it's sharing the emotions, and what are your projects during the day. So really it's a common ground, the food that brings and sticks all together all the people around the table.
Is there a restaurant or beverage producer you'd like to see featured on maxTV Local? Email us at max.local@sasktel.com.